Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. Carolyn Rustin, professional life coach here. For those of you who are new, welcome aboard. Glad you joined us. For those of you who've been here before, welcome back. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about toxic mindsets. And this is something that we all deal with, whether this is you having a toxic mindset, whether it's you being around people with toxic mindsets, or maybe both. I'm just realizing my fan is still going. I thought I turned it off. And I did not. It's spinning. Anyway, just thinking about when people get stuck in this, and I see it all the time. I see it in people that I know. I see this, on social media. I see this just in my clients and who they're dealing with. And what happens is when we're in a toxic mindset, when it's all negative, dealing with crisis after crisis, it just runs rampant. And, they talk about what we put out there is what we get back, from the universe. And so if all you're looking for is problems and crises, that's what you're going to get back. But the other thing is that we get so settled, so used to that and thinking that's the norm, and thinking that things won't get better. When's the other shoe gonna drop? Okay, when's the next problem gonna happen? And being prepared for that and always expecting, thinking about the worst, that's what you're gonna be dealing with, are more and more and more problems. And when we get stuck in that mindset, we get really unhappy. And because of course, where's the joy? We don't have joy in our life when we're dealing with problem after problem. And then, of course, you get caught in that trap of you're always talking to people about what's going wrong. And I'm so happy and unhappy because of this is happening and that's happening. And I'm sure you have people in your life, and I know I have people in my life that you can see it. You can see every time something happens to them and they talk to somebody new about it, they're reliving it again. And so they're feeling all those feelings of what happened during that problem, or maybe it's still going on. And it just gives it more power, and it just makes it stronger and stronger. And this is what kind of circles around in their life, is all this negative. And, it gets exhausting. If you're talking to someone like that it's all about their problems and everything that's going wrong in their life, it is draining to listen to that all the time. And what happens is like often attracts like. So if you're in that scenario where you're dealing with problem after problem after problem, chances are you will attract other people who are dealing with problems. And again, it just magnifies it all because you're dumping about your problems and they're dumping about their problems. And it's like this negative vortex that you get sucked down. And, the prime example, when you have like a larger group of people around. So when I think back to when I was a vice principal and I would walk into the staff room, and this is not a commentary on teachers, it's just a commentary on a larger group of people. I could walk into a staff room at any school and you could see how people would gather. And, this would be a table of just people that would just be complaining and, about everything that's going wrong in their lives or in their classrooms or outside their lives, whatever. And there'd be another table that was more positive and upbeat. And those are the people that are focusing on the good and what's going well in their lives and whatnot. And like attracts like. So if you're finding that you're getting kind of all sucked into your problems and what's going on, look at who you're talking to. Look at who do you spend time with? Because the reality is we all have people that drain us. Like I do too. I have people in my world that I've learned to be very selective when I talk to them and how long I talk to them or how much time I spend with them. Because I can feel what that effect has on me. And we have control over the time that we spend with other people. We also have control over what we bring in from them, what we take in from them. Because sometimes you just have situations that you have to be in to deal with, and it's not pleasant, and it is energy draining, and just kind of protecting yourself, thinking, okay, whoa, is this really about me? This is their issue, so I'm going to leave that there. I'll sit here and I'll listen. I'll give them some advice if that's what they want, but I'm not taking on their problem. I'm not taking on that negative energy, because especially if this is not about you at all, and that's a question you can ask yourself. Is this really about me? Or is this really true what they're saying? But kind of separating yourself and thinking, no, I'm not taking on their negativity. I'm not taking on their problem. I'm not taking on these negative feelings. That's not me. I'm keeping this separate. So conversely, if you find yourself that you are that person that is constantly feeling negative all the time, and everything you're seeing is problems, think about, who are you spending time with? Are you spending time with people that are like that, who are just pulling you down as well, and that both of you are just going down that negative vortex? So what can you do if that's you? So here's some suggestions. So gratitude is huge. And I know gratitude is one of those words I think is overused right now. And overused in the sense that it's kind of watered down. But this is what I'd suggest you do. Absolutely, write 3 things down that you're grateful for today. But not big. This is what I always say to my clients. I want you to look for some things that are really small. Like, I mean really small. Like, I walked outside today and I heard the birds chirping. Wasn't that beautiful? Simple, easy, small, okay? I walked to the mall today and somebody held the door open for me. Great. Again, small. You need to start training your brain to look for these small things, because those small things are all around us all the time. But we get so caught up in our busyness of our lives, or the negatives or the problems, that we don't see that stuff. So we need to start retraining our brain to look for those good things, to look for those positive things. So writing 3 things down every day, fabulous, but small things. The other thing I'd suggest is, what kinds of things are you putting into here? Are you watching the news all the time? Are you, caught up in things that are not in your control, that are out in the world that aren't great? Are you talking to other friends who are very negative? Let's put some other things into your brain. What if you listen to some podcasts? Listen to some things that are inspiring, that are positive, that kind of make you feel good. It doesn't even have to be educational. Just things that make you feel good. Are you selective? If you're watching TV, what are you watching on TV? Is it negative stuff that pulls you down? Maybe you need to watch something that's a little more inspiring. Something maybe that you've never thought of before. Go on YouTube. Type in whatever, positive, inspiring videos, whatever it is. Just watch something that can make you feel good. That actually reminds me, I'm going to post after this. I put this out a while ago. It's, I think, a video of maybe 4 or 5 boys. I don't know where in the world they are. They're out in bare feet and they're dancing, and the joy on their faces is just contagious. And that's what I mean. Just watching things that make you feel good. So you're in control of that. You're in control of that input as to what goes into your brain for things like that. So those are 2 things. So think about, who are you spending time with? Are they inspiring? Are they sucking the life out of you? I would think about, what are you watching or listening to? And I would also think about, okay, what are 3 things you can be grateful for? And those are kind of beginning steps as to what you can do to change that. So whether that's you not being negative but surrounded by people who are being negative, or whether you're the negative one and you're just like, how do I even change? I've been this way all my life. Can I change? Absolutely. Yes, you can. But if you've been this way all your life, it's going to be tough for you to do by yourself, because it's just patterns, and there's reasons for those patterns. So if you would like to learn more about that, if you were that person that's been negative for a lot of your life, how do I break free from this, Carolyn? Just type free me now, below. And we can hop on a quick call and I can explain to you how that's done. And there are a number of steps I will take you through that just help you dump stuff that you've been carrying around for a long time that are keeping you chained into that pattern. So if you happen to be watching this on replay, wonderful, type replay below. If you're, if you know people who are like this, if this is you or you know people who are like this, yeah, I forget what I put in the comments about, enough or whatever, type that below. And if you would like to hop on a free call and just learn, what would that even look like for me, Carolyn? How is that even remotely possible? Just type free me down below and I can easily set that up. So hopefully this